Adobe Express is a great free design tool. Here are 10 new tips and tricks. Adobe Express is a casual design software similar to Canva. Same as Canva, it will run directly in your web browser. But did you know that we can actually install this kind of software on your computer? So some of those websites like Canva, Adobe Express, Figma that got apps running in the web browser, they got a little installation button next to the link. So if you check this out at the top of my browser, I got this link here, and then at the end I see a little install Adobe Express. I can click on that, confirm, and it will be added to my Chrome apps. So it's still kind of a Chrome tab that's floating separately, but I think it's a bit nicer because I don't need to worry about all of this stuff from Chrome. I don't see the address of the page at the top, I don't see the menu, so I got a bit more working space, and I can turn it on as the separate app easily without searching for the website again. As you can see, it's shown here in my launchpad, and I can add a desktop icon. I can drag it to my dock to the start menu, so you can start the app like any other app. Of course, it will still use Google Chrome as the base, but it will be in new floating window without all of those additions like the website address. So I think it's a nice touch if you use it a lot. So that's the way how you can install Adobe Express. Keep in mind, you will still need the access to the internet. How can we add a new page, a new artboard in our Adobe Express document? Head to the top right corner. There will be Add button. Click on it. And now we can add a new page in the exactly same size as the first one. We can make a custom size, so different size. And also we can duplicate. And that's a very popular option because if I click duplicate, I will have exact copy, so I don't need to start from scratch. I can still delete some unnecessary element, but I got a font, I got my backdrop color as on the first page. We can move back to previous page by clicking this arrow here, and then move to the second page. You can also click over here to view all pages at the same time. From here, we can also add a new page. We can duplicate existing page as well. We can select all, and we can delete pages. So let's delete this page number 2, and it's gone. Now I'm going to click this plus, and I add a brand new page. This one is empty. If you want to have a duplicate, you can also do that. Just click those 3 dots and duplicate existing page. Let me show you how we can change text color in Adobe Express. Simply click on the text in the project or on the layer panel on the right. Then you will be able to see all of the text properties, but this time here on the left. So click on it and it should show. You will see what is your current font, size of the font, style of the font, and if you go all the way down here, you will see a fill color. So that's the one you want to modify. Click custom and select the color from this spectrum. And that's it. We just turn black text into a blue one. You can also make this semi-transparent by moving this bottom slider. Alright, so that's the way. Keep in mind, you can also add additional color as the outline. So let's try to do that. Let's add a red outline around the text. And here it is. You can add thickness. And now we got 2 colors, outline color and the main fill color. You can reduce opacity of the whole text from here as well. Let me show you how easy it is to group or ungroup layers in Adobe Express. Simply select multiple objects from your document. One trick to do that is to use the marquee tool, but as you can see in my case I got so many elements I will select way too much. So instead I will hold Shift on my keyboard and now I can click on object number 1, then on object number 2. So both objects are selected, and I see this option straight away here in the pop-up menu, Group. Click on Group, and you may notice in your layer panel we got those two layers grouped together. We got number 2 here, indicating there are 2 layers inside this group. You can click on it, and you go inside that group when you can modify individual layers. Then we can go back to the main project layers. In the similar manner, if there's an existing group like this backdrop that got 2 layers, we can click on it and you can see Ungroup in the pop-up menu. You can also see it here on the left. So you can click the Ungroup and those layers will be separated. Now we can see them in the layer panel on the right separately. Alright, let's try to group those 2, club and book. So I hold Shift and select the second object. And let's pay attention which object is selected. Unfortunately, I select this book by mistake. So that's not what we need. So in this case, it would be wiser to start with the object that is kind of below, like this book. And then I select that from the layer panel here because I cannot click on it because I'm clicking on the book that is above it. So I click on the book text here. Then hold Shift and click on the another text here. This way I can get both and I can group them together, and it will be way easier to work with that later because I can click on one on another and open the group and see only those 2 layers inside. Alright, so that's going to be a great way of organizing your project. Let me show you how to add music to your video using Adobe Express. First, we will need to upload our video. So I click here on the left, Start from your content. They showing a preview of my video, and I can click Create New. I will maintain the original aspect ratio. Keep in mind, the project is now loading. I can see this yellow icon here on the top left, indicating that the video is still loading, so you may need to wait a moment, and it's done. So now I can simply add audio track by clicking this button here in the timeline below my video. Add audio. I can select sound effects or music that is available for free, or some of them may be paid in Adobe Express. Or I can click here, upload from my device, or even record voiceover using microphone. Alright, I'm going to add a backdrop music. This one sounds good, so I will just drag and drop it to my timeline. And here it is. I noticed that I still got the original audio from my video. You can keep that, or you can click on the video here at the center, and then you have volume. So I can reduce the volume of the original audio even to 0 if I want to mute it completely. I can also click on this new track, and I also can reduce that new track to be not that loud. Keep in mind, this track is not long enough to cover the whole video, so I probably need to load another one. Okay, let's save this new version. So now we are done, and we want to download this new version of the video with the music. So then you click download at the top, select MP4 as your format, and then click download. It may take a moment to generate a brand new video. After this process is finished, you will download the video, and you can find it in the downloads folder, the same one that you use for your browser when you download stuff from the internet. And here it is. I got it in my downloads folder as MP4 video. Highly requested format was just added to Adobe Express. Now we can create slideshow presentations. So simply log into your Adobe Express account. You can create it for free as well, and then click presentation. It's currently here at the top in Get Started. it will show you your first slide. It's currently empty, but we can apply some nice template or theme straight away here from the left. Keep in mind, the one with the little crown are paid. So if you are a free user like me, just avoid them. All right, let's use this one. And as you can see, it's loaded the whole set. At first I got only one page, but now I got all 12 pages because that's how many different variations of the slide person that prepared this theme prepared for us. So I simply need to fill it with my content. I can click on the text. I can even modify the font from recommended section or from the list if I like. I can change the color of it here on the left. But if I double tap on it, I will be able to type it. This is just a text box. Here it is. All right, we can also turn on the layer panel on the right. This way you can see all of the elements on this current slide. So you can select from here as well to highlight the element you want to move around, you want to rotate this, or scale up and down. It's pretty easy and straightforward. If you don't need the element, you can click the little delete button next to it. It will disappear. If you feel like you made a mistake, at the very top there's undo, and it's back. Alright, what if you need additional slides? There are two ways. We can add blank slides. So I hit here to slide number 4, click on page actions, and I can insert a new page. In that case, it's just a brand new white page. Let me undo. Instead of inserting a brand new page, I will click those 3 dots and I will duplicate the existing page. So I got a copy of that with all of the backdrops and fonts, and now I can delete some stuff to modify it. Alright, so the correct way is to make duplicates copies of the slides that you need, and then you can rearrange stuff on them. So don't add a brand new page, it will give you this white blank stuff without anything on it. Just click here inside, duplicate instead. Here it is. If you want to hide a page during your slideshow presentation, you can also select here skip page, so you can hide it temporarily without deleting it. That's also very handy. If you are done with your presentation, you can present it straight away from here, from Adobe Express. If you click present at the top, here's the full screen mode. Now we can move between slides like in any other slideshow app. Or if you want to share this offline, you can also download the presentation. So let's click the download button next to it. And now we got several options. We can download as PDF. We can also download individual JPEGs or PNGs, but I recommend PDF because you will get all of your pages, all 14 pages in one document. So I will download PDF. And here it is. I just downloaded the entire slideshow presentation as PDF. I got all of the slides on separate pages, so it's very, very handy. All right, that's how easy it is to create a presentation slideshow in Adobe Express after the recent update. How to set up a gradient backdrop in our Adobe Express document. After you head to the background color at the top, you will notice the only option we got here is a solid color. So how can we turn this into a gradient? Actually, we cannot, but we can use one of the existing gradients. So let's head to Elements, on the left this time, search for Backgrounds, and now type Gradient. You will see several results. Keep in mind the one with the little crown are paid, so you can stick to the one without this indicator. I will pick this one, and here it is. It's already loaded in my document and scale into the size of it. If you want to use this as backdrop, I suggest to lock this image. So now my layer is locked. I can add stuff on the top of that, but I will not move or modify this by mistake. So that's the best way right now for the gradients. Simply use the ready to use gradient from this library or upload your own gradients created in different software. How can you save your Adobe Express project as PDF? Simply head to Download option at the top right. Click on it. It's maybe set up as PNG as default format, so you must click on it and change it to PDF. That's the best format for prints and documents. Now hit download. You may need to wait a moment. As you can see, it's creating my PDF right now for me, and after this process is completed, it will be downloaded, and you can find it in your downloads folder, the same folder that you download all of the stuff from the web. And here's the PDF, a very same thing I got here in Adobe Express. In this very short tutorial, I will show you how you can remove audio from video using just Adobe Express. I already opened up express.adobe.com. I already log in, and now I'm going to click here, the very first option, start from your own content. Now it's loading my video and showing me a preview here on the left. That's the correct video, so I can click create new project using original aspect ratio. Keep in mind, it may take a moment to upload and load. Depends on your file size, how long is your video. It's still uploading. I can see the upload icon here on the left. So before you start making changes, I suggest to wait until the process is over. Alright, all done. Now I see my video here in the timeline at the bottom. Be sure the video is selected. Must be clicked and highlighted. I can now adjust the volume of the video. If you click here, you can even mute the video or simply move manually to 0%. This will mute audio of your video, and now we can simply export this back into a video format without audio. So click download, MP4, that's the correct format, and again confirm download. It may take a moment to export a video, depends how long it is, and then it will be downloaded into your downloads folder for your web browser. And here it is. Let's test it out. I cannot hear anything. The audio is gone. Alright, so that's how easy it is to remove audio from your videos using Adobe Express. How to trim videos using Adobe Express. Head to express.adobe.com and log in into your Adobe account. After that, start with this upload option. It is start from your content. As you can see, it's showing me a preview of the video I just loaded. So I want to create a new project based on this file. I will maintain the original aspect ratio. And now we are in the editing mode, when we can drag and drop text and effects from tool panel on the left. But in our case, we will focus on this timeline here. Now you can decide how much you want to trim by moving this preview. And if you find the correct place, then you click and hold at the beginning of the video and trim to that point. And you can do the same thing at the end. You want to decide that the video will end around here. Now grab the end and pull it to this exactly same spot. And we trimmed the video already. Now we just need to save this new version. So please click download at the top right, MP4, and again I click download. Now it will create a new video for me, and it will land in the downloads folder for your browser. And as you can see, I just download an MP4 file from Adobe Express. I hope this short tutorial was helpful, and I will see you in the next video.